Welcome back to another video, guys. In this one I'm going to show you the interior as well as some other things for this British 17th century third-rate ship of the line. So I didn't really have time to show you the interior in the time-lapse video, but you can see it's pretty much all complete. All of the major details are done. Obviously you have to leave some things out, like cannonballs for example, bits of rope. But if we head to the cabin, you can see the cabin is, I think, nicely decorated, at least as nicely as possible. And if we head out to the balcony, you can see there's an adjacent third rate, a Dutch third rate. You might already know what this one is called. So I've tried to recreate it as best as I can. I've had to simplify a few things. Obviously you have to make compromises in Minecraft. So the difference between this ship and the British ship, the beakhead is different, the colour scheme is obviously modified, and the cabins are completely redone, or almost completely redone. And you may have already noticed there are various command blocks on this ship which allow me to actually fire the cannons. Now I've modified the sound effect. I'm actually using sound effects from the game Mountain Blade Napoleonic Wars, which is one of my favourite games, and it's currently on sale on Steam at the moment, so it's probably worth checking out if you're interested in that sort of stuff. And as well as the cannons, I've also included a highly trained crew on each ship. You can see I'm using villagers and zombified villagers to encourage the other crew members to fire the cannons, and it's exactly the same on the British ship. So if we fly over this invisible wall, which is currently preventing the ship from blowing up, it's exactly the same here. I've had to include invisible borders as well to the walls of the ship, so the villagers don't just jump off, escape. I can see both ships firing now. British ship returning fire. And I've had to turn the game down quite a bit. These cannons are quite loud, especially with so many going off at once. I think the game looks quite nice if you turn it, especially with the shader pack. I'll leave that in the description as well. It looks especially nice at night. You can't see too much of the ship really, but the explosion effects are quite nice. I'm not sure how much light these cannons would actually generate in real life. I assume not as much as this, obviously, but there'd be a certain amount of flash. And back to daytime. I'm going to stand on the British ship so you can see these 7 provinces fire as I remove this wall. Now the ship that I stand on will have a slight advantage, as the crew members tend to move around a little bit faster if you're closer to them. But 7 provinces still dealing quite a lot of damage, but obviously sustaining a lot of damage. Head over to the 7 provinces. Okay, it's pretty much done. So as I said, the ship that you stand on will have the advantage. Villagers seem to walk around a lot more if you're closer to them. So where is the cabin? Down here. The cabin's still somewhat intact. Actually completely intact, I think. I don't think any villagers actually got to this part, which is surprising. They usually do. I've tested it quite a few times. So let's rerun the test, but this time I'll stand on the 7 provinces instead. See what kind of damage the 7 provinces can do now that I'm on board this one. On this side. Still sustaining quite a lot of damage. Perhaps the British ship is just superior in some way, I don't know. You can see both ships' fire rate is way down. So unfortunately both ships are completely destroyed during this this engagement. Obviously in real life, crews generally wouldn't destroy the ship to absolute destruction like this. They would damage it to the point of surrender, at least that's what I've heard, and they'll steal the ship from the opposing nation. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Like I said, the world will be available to download in the description. I may make a tutorial for the cannons at some point. The advantage with these cannons is obviously it only takes one command block. There are some disadvantages with it, but I'll go through those in a possible tutorial in the future. So once again, thank you for watching.